What is up, everyone? I hope you're having a great day. Good morning from Maryland. We are over here at Glitch Infinite, speedrunning this glorious game, Sonic Adventure Director's Cut. Today, sucker for the Chaos Chow. But basically, we're going to jump on top of his head, go into this corner, and manipulate him to come back to life. Hit his head again. Stand on the puddle, get our feet a little wet. Oh, he decided to not do that for us. So we're going to stand by this pole, have him land closest to the ground, and bam, that's KS0.
Hey, I'll play with you some other time.
So during the loading screens, you want to hold Start and A basically to skip the results animation. All right. So we got our first action stage, Emerald Coast. Don, want to explain a little bit more on the spin dashing, how that works?
Yeah, so Emerald Coast is a really technical stage. I'll be taking over, and I'll let you know some of the basic mechanics of the game. You'll see Wagers doing a lot of spin dashing. What he's doing here is task spin dash.
No, I'm flying there.
Task spin dash is done by, there's two buttons that you can spin dash with.
Oh!
Tragic. Basically, you're going to be hitting the X button and the B button in succession, so one frame after another. What this does is it keeps your momentum at the top possible speed. And so he's not mashing the B and X button, he's doing them right after another. So each time you press it twice, you're actually unrolling and then doing a spin dash instantly again to keep the top speed. Another thing you'll be seeing throughout the run is menuing to change the camera from free to auto or auto to free. This is basically just because there's some sections of the game where when you go fast, the camera does not like to work. So it's really important to learn which camera you need to be in. But yeah, really technical stage here, looking good so far. The whale skip before, and cool little loop-to-loops here. And that's one of the most technical stages done.
Yeah, sub 110, so not bad.
We take those.
Alrighty, so we got our next boss, Egg Hornets. That's our first interaction with Eggman. We're going to have to make our way to the Mystic Ruins real quick. Another important thing about this game compared to SA2 is the open hub movements. So basically, when you're moving through the world, a lot of crazy skips need to perform in the open hub, so you need to make sure you optimize your movement there, because it is pretty important. SA2, you kind of just load it to each stage and not have to worry about it. Alrighty, so basically in this fight, pretty easy. Eggman's going to try and just fly around, shoot some missiles at us, and then after a wave of missiles, he's going to try and dolphin dive into the ground, hitting me, but I'm going to kind of juke him out, try to hit him as fast as I can, and complete this fight in one cycle. So let's see if we can perform that right here. Oh, let's go. Oh my god. Did too fast. Last time we had a little bit of an audio lag, so on GDQ it ended up messing up, but we did fine just here.
Yeah, that's a fun trick for you there for your casual runs. Just spam A, it locks them in place.
Yeah. Alrighty, so we're gonna grab this Windy Valley stone, make our way to Windy Valley. Oh, this song is just so wonderful. Alrighty, so we're gonna see our first skip performed in this run. We're gonna see Windy Valley skip towards the end. But right here is, we got a little cool little trick right here. I'll explain in just in 1 second. Alrighty, so what we just do right there, so Sadix likes to reuse stages from Sonic into other characters. So we just glitch through gamma routes, completing Act 1.
Yeah, the walls they added in didn't work very well.
Yeah, walls just don't exist in this game. Nice, that was so clean. Alright, make our way on the spring. Reset right here because it's actually faster. Switch to free cam. Alright, so you can perform this trick first try.
Yeah, so Windy Valley skip is done by using skewed gravity. You're going to see him go off of this slope here. You see he's kind of, his down direction is a little bit to the side. So what Wagers is doing right here is navigating around kill planes and just narrowly making it towards the end of the stage. Nice.
Whew. Honestly, that angle from that spin dash was kind of scary. I was a little too high, but we managed to bypass the kill planes.
Yeah, if you do it with the right timing, it's somewhat lenient, but yeah, the slopes are difficult to manage.
And now we're gonna land right on the KS Emerald. Tails just like, forget about me, Sonic. Just staring closely at his arm. Dang, you built. You did build it.
Sonic's manipulating gravity and Tails is just flying right behind him.
Alrighty, so we're gonna make our way to our third action stage, Ice Cap. So right now we should get the, oh no, sorry, Ice Cap, Casinopolis. Ice Cap right after that. In this game, there's a Taz route and a linear route, and in Taz route, you actually perform, I believe, with Casinopolis, the second stage.
Yeah, it's nice because Tikal isn't there on Task Route, but here we have to deal with it.
Yeah. Alrighty, so we're about to perform Casinopolis skip. Let's just get to that area.
Again, here we're going to see another case of just walls not existing, really.
Wait, I only got hit. Yeah,
There we go.
There we go.
Who needs the white dash?
True.
Oh, so close. These slopes are really tricky. So these are actually the coins. They're the, I guess, rings. They're kind of coins here. But yeah, usually those raise up when you normally play the game, but they're actually just under the stage. Nice job.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, that skip's a little tricky. That angle I had before, the camera didn't follow me right away, so while I landed on the rings, didn't really set me up for a good jump.
Yeah, and there's a kill plane just out of bounds for some reason. Like, you should never be out there, but just in case, I guess.
Type 1 in chat to get your Mystic Ruins train ticket. My check. Yeah, this man's been in here for decades. How long do you think he's been in that game for? The wall just broke?
He's just been waiting to be freed.
20 years goes by, just sees a hedgehog with an ice keystone. What's that?
The world changed a lot while I was gone.
Facts. Alright, so we get this skipper here. Alright, second try. Maybe third try. Alright, there we go.
The camera angle does not do you any favors here. Ice Cap is a stage that normally is really long due to the slow platforming, but we can kind of just skip everything in this stage.
Alright, so let's perform Ice Cap skip. We're gonna casually walk out of bounds.
Walls in Sonic games. They're a wonder.
Yeah, so right now I'm positioning myself to not hit a kill plane, so let's hope that I don't die.
This skip is great, but it's so sad that we skip one of the best songs in the game, and instead we just hear wind.
The ambience.
Yeah, the song doesn't actually start until you start the boarding section. Unfortunate.
Alright, I think we have enough height. You can kind of judge the angle based on that mountain that we just passed by. Once the floor starts loading up, we have, and yep, we're good. The performed Ice Cap skip.
With a lot of height. Nice.
A lot of height, yeah.
Gonna land right on it.
I think. Man, this is actually the highest I've ever been on for this stage. Alright, pretty close to it.
Yes.
Alrighty, Ice Cap skip.
Yeah, not bad.
Alrighty, so next up we got the most famous fight of all. We got some Knuckles action. Ben's still there. Alrighty, here we go. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no! Alrighty, so we got Chaos 4. Chaos 4 is basically the biggest RNG for this run. What we're going to try and do is just jump around and hope that he doesn't hit us. So after each hit he does, he makes himself vulnerable for us to kind of attack. So we're going to do a nice spin dash over the pond, kind of lowering our position to hit him nice and early. So we're just going to wait for him to do another hit. This fight is pretty boring, I'm not going to lie to you though.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It kind of just takes a long time, and like you said, there's RNG that can lose you anywhere from like 10 to 20 seconds if it's really bad.
Yeah. So, yeah, you want to explain the RNG attack he does?
Yeah, I don't know exactly like what the pattern is, but I believe for the first two hits, it's like almost entirely RNG, whether or not you lose time. And then for the rest of them, there's some degree of RNG, but it's mostly just how you manipulate the boss.
Yeah. So you'll see, so he'll throw like blue chaos balls at you, and it does take up like 8 to 10 seconds rather than if you can execute it correctly, but let's hope we don't get it. So far, so good.
Yeah,
Need
you can
that.
have a great run up to this point, and then all of a sudden just lose like 20 seconds to RNG. No fault of your own.
No good.
But this fight's looking pretty solid.
So we should probably estimate to finish at 134, 135, I think, if we don't get the blue balls attack. So I think it's one more hit left in him. In the last cycle, usually it's 3 hits, and then he makes it vulnerable. So we actually didn't get blue balls.
Nice.
Nice. 2 marathons so far, I haven't gotten it, so I guess it's good luck. Alrighty, so we're gonna make our way towards Sky Chase, the hardest stage in the game. I don't think you guys are ready for this. Don, you ready for this?
Yeah, hopefully you can get this first try.
You gotta be careful though, because if you get hit at any point in the sky, we actually can fall down. You see that health meter on the bottom left? You don't want to get hit. Be very careful.
Very dangerous.
Very, very, very dangerous. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest, you guys. I'm fully lying right now. Basically, I can just stand in this corner right here and put my controller down and nice straight play. Back out, you know, it's a great time. And we just sit in this corner the whole entire run and don't worry about it. It's actually pretty good for runs and streams because you can use the bathroom, you can give your fingers a break. You perform 3 big skips, including Windy Valley skip, Casino Alpha skip, Ice Cap skip. And if you guys like those skips I perform and looking to speedrun this game, I've actually posted tutorials on my YouTube channel. So if you guys want to check them out, AFWagers go pretty in-depth on the skips, so you want to check them out. If you have any questions, you can definitely check out my stream. Glad to answer them and help you along your journey for speedrunning. This game has 7 different categories. I run Sonic all the way to Super Sonic, so if you want to see how Tails, and Knuckles, and Amy is, definitely the best place to check it out, my stream. And Don, you want to give a little more info on that?
Yeah, you can also join the Discord if you're looking to speedrun the game. There's plenty of tutorials in there. The community's more active than it's ever been right now, so there's never been a better time. If you want to join, you can go to the speedrun.com page for Sonic Adventure DX, and there should be a link to the Discord at the top there.
Yeah, it's a great game. SC2 in this game are probably the most popular Sonic games, I would say, in terms of active.
Yeah, and they've been growing a lot lately. It's been great to see.
Yeah, this game was just on GDQ. We got it on GSA. Luckily, we were fortunate enough to get to show this game a little more exposure. Grew up with this game. Definitely love SC2 as well. I do speedrun SC2, Hero Story. Don, our commentator, does have a top 5 for Sonic Story, Hero Story.
4th place in Hero Story,
4th place. That's really impressive. Very impressive. Man. At least the song kind of jams though, right?
It's true. It is a good song, and it's a nice mental break for sure. Because, like you said, you just go through so many skips, so many technical stages as well. So yeah, makes it a little bit simpler as well. Coming up, we do have a pretty variable skip. There's like a lot of things that can go wrong for it, so nice to prepare for that.
Oh yeah, I'm not ready for Twinkle Park. Nothing but Twinkle Park. Oh man, that's probably the most stressful stage in this run, if I'm being honest. Basically what you're doing is that's the racing portion of this game, and there's a big skip at the beginning and at the end, and they both can lose you up to 20 seconds. So we're gonna play the racing game for a marathon and try and perform the first try. So I think we can do it. All right, we're gonna land after just casually falling through the sky and walking animation style.
Gonna get the crystal ring, which is gonna make the white dash go faster.
There we go.
Nice.
So what I did right there, so when I got the light shoes, it gave me those little auras around me. Those auras have a hitbox to them, so you're actually able to access switches through doors. If you position yourself correctly, you can hit those auras on the switch and do things like that.
Yeah, it was kind of unfortunate you didn't get that first try.
Yeah, I didn't position myself right. But here we go. Might do some driving over here. Reversing out of here is actually faster. I don't know why, but we're trying to get ourselves a nice little ring count from the skip.
Yeah, so rings actually increase your speed in this stage. And here, we're going to be trying to skip a pretty large section of the track.
Let's go!
Nice. Let's go. Yeah, this skip is a pretty big reset point for a lot of runners. Once you're past here, you're pretty much free to go. There's a lot of technical stages still coming up, but this is like one of the last like super inconsistent skips, I would say.
Yeah, it's pretty stressful.
It is consistent. It's just like, there's just something about it. There's so many things that can go wrong.
Yeah, for sure. And also, I don't know if you mentioned, but every 10 rings does increase your speed. So we'll try our hardest to get to. It does cap at 99. Sorry, no, caps at 90, not 100. So 90 rings, fast as we can go.
Max speed.
Max speed. All right, so we got our next big skip here called coaster skip. You want to explain a little bit on that?
Yeah, so right here, as the screen transitions.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so basically what happened there is like there was a little bit of lag between the transition, right? So usually you have to try to time it with that. And if you homing attack, you can skip this entire roller coaster.
Yep. But you know, we showed that during GDQ, so let's show the coaster skip version now. Or the this part of the skip. So this is the backup skip you want to do, in case you do mess up. You lose about like 10 seconds, but yeah. So that's for beginners if you're looking to run the game.
Clean backup.
Thank you. So if we got coaster skip, we would have gotten like a 124, but 118, 138 is not bad for marathon for messing up a big skip.
Yeah, sometimes that little bit of a transition between the acts makes it pretty difficult. And I think it's what they were relying on when they made the game, that it would just lock you in there, but we find the window.
Yeah, so right now we're going to go speed highway. This is a little backup route. We're going to go and try and glitch this wall, and first try.
We don't need a key to enter this stage. All right, speed highway. There's a lot of cool stuff in this stage. This is interesting because this is completely intended. If you saw it up there, there's actually a life capsule. But I never knew this as a kid. Like this, it's really weird that they put stuff up there.
Whoa! It's like Mario over here.
Nice.
Thank you.
That loop skip always looks incredible. Yeah, it's a pretty technical stage. The only breathing room you really have is here in this downhill section. Skyscraper.
Up, down, all around. Get these running shoes and this little life over here just for good luck.
Yeah, and for some reason these barriers just don't really work here and kind of just hang out.
I think it's the speed.
That might be the case, yeah.
Yeah, it's very weird.
And this section, this is a somewhat intended path, but we're obviously going through a kind of weird way to do it.
Yeah.
Again, another case of, that was, I believe, from Knuckles' version of the stage, and the wall just doesn't really exist there.
Alrighty, so we're making it to our third, oh no, is it sixth? I think it's our sixth active stage, yeah. Or I think it's seventh, I don't know. Alright, let's see if we get the skip right here. Let's go. Let's go.
First try. Yeah, upward movement in this game is very difficult, but it's worth practicing for sure.
Yeah.
You can save a lot of time from it deceptively. You don't really see the little invisible time saves, but they're there.
Yeah, when I switched over from SA2 to this game, getting used to the hub movement was definitely a little bit of a challenge, but now I find it fun. Odd enough.
So yeah, now we're getting the Ancient Light, which is pretty much the reason we get the Crystal Ring, so that we make this charge faster and we can attack enemies. That'll be useful here and for Chaos 6 as well.
Oh!
Alright, we're going for a pretty cool strat here. Let's see if we can get a first try. Again, some funny gravity mechanics.
Alright, nice.
There you go, we take those. Yeah, that's a pretty hard strat. The slopes there don't really like to play nice. One of my personal favorite stages in the run right here. It's really technical, and it's pretty much just non-stop action until the end of the stage.
I don't know, the ending stage is a little scary.
Again, just skipping major sections of it. There you go. Yeah, that's kind of the common theme of this game is it's really just an open playground, and this leaves us with a ton of options like this. Like, why'd they put that platform there? We'll never know, but we use it.
If I made a mistake, I'm still going to get a sub 1 minute? No way.
Yeah, it's still a pretty solid time.
Alright, Red Mountain. Alrighty, so we got our second Sky Chase. Sky Chase 2, even harder than Sky Chase 1.
Yeah, I hope you like the first one, because we got even more of it.
Oh yeah. The only difference between this one and that one is at the end of this one, you actually have to do something. So if you see, there are two different things we can do at Sky Chase 2. We can shoot missiles, and we can lock onto enemies, right? So there we go. So if you hold A button, you can lock into enemies. So at the end of the stage, when we're facing the egg ship, we're going to have to lock onto 6 targets, open up the barrier, and shoot and mash the A button missiles for to destroy the ship in one cycle. So.
Yeah, for this stage, it is a bit longer, but we get some pretty cool cutscenes, and yeah, a fight at the end.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest though, Sky Chase 2, Sky Chase 1 are kind of nice, because this is a 30 estimate I put on for this was 35 minutes, and it just, I don't know, having that time to take a break and relax your hands, because you're constantly, the way I spin dash, actually I can explain this around Sky Chase. So you think you're doing this, right? No, so there are 2 inputs from this controller to spin dash, the X and the B button. So basically, how Don was explaining earlier with Taz spin dashing, I'm pressing X and B like this. So you can imagine how my hands feel after 35 minutes of running this game.
Yeah, and there are 3 more stages left, and they're all some of the most technical. There's really only the last one that's not too bad.
Yeah, and also let's point out, while I'm doing this, I'm also controlling the analog stick with my left hand. So it's more than just going and then putting my hands like this. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's definitely something I get used to when playing this game, but it's definitely worth learning and getting used to. But now I just claw grip it and.
Yeah, you kind of have to play overhand, or you're just going to be losing significant amounts of time.
Yeah, I don't think Rumble support is supported on the PC disc version of this game. So I don't know how that'd be, because I feel like my controller would be constantly vibrating if I was just like spin dashing like so many times. Like this is like the one game where Rumble is not very good. SA2 does have Rumble though.
Yeah, the task spin dashing is really nice. I think a lot of people just assume that you just mash it, but yeah, it's pressing it right after each other. And it works this way. Like obviously SA2 doesn't have the quick spin dash, but they kind of have the same physics where there's this kind of a stored momentum, stored speed sort of thing. So when you spin dash, you're holding on to that the whole time.
Yeah.
And you can just stay top speed the whole time.
I love how they, at the end of the stage, the song just likes to stop and just repeat.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was like this in the original versions, but like it loops so poorly.
Yeah, here we go. There it is.
And we're back.
And we're back.
Now time for the hardest boss fight in the run.
So we're holding A to lock into these right here. You'll see what I'm talking about. There we go, all 6 of them, and we're just gonna spam this missile button right here. So you're locked into all 6 targets. It keeps this this hurt box open for us to hit. So then we're gonna hold A and start. Skip this right here. Okay. Alrighty, so we're making our way towards Sky Deck. Sky Deck is probably the hardest stage in the run. Being that it's in the air, there's a lot of things that could go wrong, including deaths and just getting hit randomly by missiles and enemies. So for this stage portion, I'm gonna have Dawn take over a little bit for the commentary and let me just focus on it, because it's just, if you lose time, or if you die, you lose a lot of time. So we're gonna try our best to stay alive and not die.
Yeah, Skydeck is a really troublesome stage, especially for runs like this. There's 2 potential soft locks in the stage. One of them kind of based there on the beginning and then at the end as well. Skydeck has basically a gimmick for pretty much each one of its acts. For this one, you have a cannon firing at you since Wagers is in free camera. You can't really see it, but it is still there and shooting at us. And here, there's just a lot of tight platforming to advance through the stage as fast as possible. Taking a little bit of safety here to make sure that nothing goes wrong. Bomb is very nice to clear out the enemies. And yeah, one of the biggest things in this to advance through the Act 1 and Act 2 is to destroy the cannon that's been firing at you the whole time. And here we go. Act 2's gimmick is essentially wind. But the thing is it's basically if you're in the same area for long enough, the wind will try to pick you up. But the thing is if you go fast enough, you can pretty much avoid that entirely. Nice one there. And here we're going to try to get the cannon as quick as possible.
There we go.
Nice. Got it on the first one.
All right, soft lock right here. Pray we don't get it.
Yeah, so the gimmick of this one is the changing gravity. But again, we can kind of just skip that. So instead of dealing with this long platforming section,
all right,
Yeah, usually there's an invisible wall there that can kind of help you get all the way to the end.
Not bad. 123 is still really good.
We take no soft lock.
We take no soft lock.
Can't complain about that.
Yeah. Alrighty, so we're gonna do a little bit of open world movement over here before we verse our next boss, which is Chaos 6. I think a lot of people actually say that Chaos 6 is their favorite boss in terms of design and just the fight. But we do have a manipulation to finish this early, but right now we're versing Gamma, Pro Gamma.
Yeah, the character bosses kind of just run around until they're done.
Yeah.
Don't really do too much.
It's kind of sad with the Gamma section, towards the end of his run. We actually just skipped that cutscene right there.
Yeah, my favorite part about that is it makes the camera a lot better here.
Yeah.
If you skip that.
So we use that aura to
Nice.
access the switch without having to wait for the thing to move.
Good RNG.
Good RNG. Alrighty.
So yeah, we have Chaos 6 here coming up, and basically how this fight works is you want to throw the bombs that Eggman is throwing down into Chaos's mouth, and we're going to actually use the Ancient Light to deal double damage here, so you only have to hit him twice.
Yes. Alright, so we're going to get this little freeze bot. Try not to get too close, so I don't want to hit them with the aura. And then go, woo. That's one. Alright, try to see if we get that second hit.
Yeah, you can kind of manipulate the bomb here.
There we go.
Nice.
Go hit him, go hit him, go hit him. And there we go. And that's Chaos 6 in 2 cycles.
Now coming up is arguably one of the hardest stages as well, Lost World.
Yeah, Lost World has a lot of crazy skips. Let's see if we can get the majority of them. All right, we have a little.
You going for the big one?
We might. Let's see how we feel.
All right.
We'll leave it to fate to decide.
Yeah. So there is a ton of skips in this stage. Pretty much just every section has a skip, but there's one of them at the very end that's really difficult. Pretty much only the top of the top level runners go for it. Really only if you're going for record at that point. Coming up here, we have the first one. It's called Snake Skip. You're able to skip this entire puzzle section. Again, from walls just not existing.
Man, I have a hard time with snake skipping the marathons.
Yeah, the collision of the snake is really just not favorable most of the time. But if Sonic keeps spin dash, back up.
Man, snake skip is not like me in marathons.
It is not an easy strat. It's like one of the main ones that I'm always dreading to come up on during runs.
There we go.
Nice. Again, walls just don't exist. So Mirror Room right here is another one that's pretty difficult. There's pretty small platforms that you have to navigate to, and you pretty much just have to memorize the layout of the room since it's really dark. And coming up here is what we call Waterfall Skip, where again, walls don't exist. We just go out of bounds and skip this whole waterfall section. Nice job.
Thank you. All right, let's try and go for Lost World Skip.
All right, so this is arguably one of the hardest, if not the hardest in the run, as I mentioned. Pretty much you're only going for this if you're in world record contention.
Oh, no.
No.
Wait.
Oh, no.
Oh, man, do we still go for it?
It's up to you. You feeling it?
Let's try it.
So basically, what you have to do here is land on this. The boulder is not helping you out.
We still got it.
So land on this really small platform.
Oh, man. All right, let's not go for it. I don't want to risk losing my lives.
Yeah. Yeah, that skip is really difficult. You have to land on that small platform there. Yeah, the boulder is not helping you out.
Oh, man. You know what? Nah, let's not do it. Let's just wait. We're pushing the boulder, you know, Sonic gotta do some work here.
Yeah, so
Get away!
That skip is pretty cool. You land on the platform and you have about a 1 to 2 frame period to jump, and you can actually just skip straight to the end of the stage, but it is really difficult to go for.
On the magnet. Thank you. Unfortunate. Didn't spin dash. Hubbard. Ooh. No.
Oh no. Yet another case here of just being able to kind of do anything in a sandbox kind of environment. Skip straight to the end.
Not the best Lost World, but take those.
Yeah, as we mentioned, it is one of the hardest stages in the run, if arguably the hardest, but kind of just depends on the person.
I should try to go for cool stuff, but you know what? It's always worth it to try for a marathon.
Of course, of course. And we're coming up on the final stage now. One more stage and one more boss.
Easiest passcode ever.
Yeah, another one for your casual playthroughs. Very simple solution there. Alright, so in Final Egg, we're going to be navigating to the next section, and then the next section we can do a pretty major skip to skip a pretty significant portion of it. For both of them, actually, we can skip almost the entirety. Very simple stage to have at the end of the run.
Yeah, they just forgot to put a barrier over here.
Yeah, just isn't there. And they definitely knew about Sonic's ability to go up slopes like that, so I don't know.
Let's go.
Nice.
Perfect. And let's see if we get the skip. Oh, I'm gonna get this live. This live right here, just in case.
Yes. Good idea.
All right, we don't need it.
Nice. And there's the end of the stage.
Yeah. A 5-minute stage turned into 56 seconds.
They did put some kill points out there to stop it, but you can just jump right over them.
Oh yeah. Alrighty, so we're gonna go on to our final boss. We got Egg Viper. Egg Viper, we're gonna get a lot of this. Get a load of this. So last time we had a marathon, everyone was just screaming it and chanting it. It was great. So let's see, chat. Get a load of this. So we're waiting for him to shoot like the Star Wars stormtroopers.
Yeah, all you have to do is run in a circle, and he can't really hit you.
Yeah, look at that. Gotta be very careful though. So we're going for early hits, and if we mistime them, we can pay the consequence and have to restart a 3-minute boss.
Yeah, it's by far the longest boss in the game, with the exception of maybe the last boss, but
Like that.
dang.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the early hits can be really punishing, because Eggman is actually supposed to go backwards, and we hit them on the pretty much some of the earliest frames possible, so we can make it back to the platform. So yeah, timing these hits is pretty difficult. I believe there are 3 of these quick hits that you have to do in a run at the end, and when you're on pace for a PB, it's very stressful.
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah.
He just spawns right in front of me right here, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so one of the things you can see
There we
here.
go. That's what we were trying to do before. It's very stressful.
So one of the things you can see here is when he's doing the big explosive attack, you will see trying to keep the laser as close as possible so it has less travel distance, like that. Because as soon as the attack is over, then Eggman will resume the fight. All right, one more, I believe. Or is it 2?
Man, that death was pretty silly, not gonna lie.
Yeah, quick hits can be just really weird sometimes.
Yeah, but I guess it does a good job demonstrating how punishable that is.
Yeah, at least it was early.
It's no use. Give up.
All right, we got the last early hit.
Let's go. Most of the hits are pretty safe from here.
Yeah, we got Beyblade section upcoming, so let's see if we can do a good job on those.
Yeah, so there will be some strats done here to make Eggman move as little as possible to just keep, basically just he'll pop up faster. Saves a little bit of time. Not too many optimizations during the section, so that definitely helps.
We should play it safe.
And one more to go.
Ah, he's not gonna get away with this.
And that's the... All right, timer to stop yet? Didn't stop yet, wait.
On the explosion.
Well, I know when it's time. We stand in this little corner.
Watch out. He's up to something.
Oh no!
He's up to something.
Wait for it, and... Time. Alrighty. That was Sonic Story done in 34:31. Hope you guys enjoyed the run. I want to thank Glitch Infinite for giving me the chance to speedrun this game once again. After being on GDQ, it's been definitely a lot of magic's been happening. I just want to appreciate everyone that's watching. Again, if you guys have not already checked out my Twitch stream, AFWagers, we speedrun Sonic Adventure 2 and 1 mainly Sadix. We've been doing all-story runs, so if you want to see the other characters, Sonic is not the only character with all these crazy glitches. Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Big, Buggy, Gamma, Supersonic. So if you guys want to see those, definitely check out the channel. My Twitter, AFWagers, is going to be posting more updates. Thinking about doing some chow stuff for a little, going to give away a little chow box. Shout outs to my commentator, Dawn. Dawn, thank you so much for commentating. Did a fantastic job. Make sure you go follow him on Twitter. Was it at DawnSR?
DawnSR on Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter, yeah.
Yes, Dawn's been providing commentary for this game right here. He's made a lot of interesting documentaries on SE2 and SE1, so if you guys want to check out the history and the skips with this game, definitely do so. Again, thank you so much for watching, and to make sure you have not donated for Technical Kids Cancer, which we are raising money for our Glitch Infinite Speedrun Marathon, make sure you get on top of that. Thank you very much. And
Thanks for having us.
enjoy the rest of the marathon. Peace out.